Hey, look, it's the people on the YouTubes. What's up, people on the YouTubes? My name's Bear with BearIndependent.com, which is where all the cool kids hang out. Bear, you should check out American Contingency. How many thousands of people are you going to tell me that? We've been doing that for years at BearIndependent.com in the forums. Good idea, bro. Pandemic 2.0. Pandemic 2.0. I think it's coming. Hell, it might already be here by the time this video posts. I think we're going to see even more lockdown. These numbers are getting crazier and crazier, stupider and stupider. And even though the numbers are bonkers, the numbers are wacky, they got nothing to do with anything, they are going to be the numbers that are used to affect your life. That's a little bit more comfy. There we go. So yeah, made up numbers, but the tyranny actual that results from the made up numbers, probably going to be a problem. The food shortage, the civil unrest that occurs from these things, these made up numbers, probably going to be a problem. So what do? I figured we'd have a little review. I got this thing called the Prepper Classroom. It's a free playlist here on YouTube, but you can get that binder at BearIndependent.com if you want it. You don't have to have it. I figured we'd do a little review of pandemic. What should you do? You should store food, store water, have a sanitation plan, meds, prescription and over-the-counter. How many people had a hard time getting their prescription meds, which are predominantly manufactured in China during lockdown part 1. Food is obvious. Store food. Store what you eat what you store. Water, 3 gallons at a minimum per person per day. Don't argue with me. I've done it. Have you? Yeah, I didn't think so. 3 gallons per person per day at a minimum. 5 is better. Sanitation. What do you need to clean yourself? What do you need to clean your house? What do you need to clean the people in your house? What do you need to do if you have to actually quarantine somebody in your house? Pro tip, duct tape and 3mm plastic sheeting goes a long way. Get bleach now while you can. Bleach it has a shelf life, Bear. You should get pool shock. Go for it. Get some of that too while you're at it. Basic preps to have in your home. A fire extinguisher. Yep, that's right. Likelihood of your house burning down, unfortunately, is much higher than likelihood that the DHS SWAT team kicks in your door and confiscates all of your preps. At least for right now. Subject to change at any moment. Take it from the guy who took a $1.3 million loss on a shop fire because insurance agents should be kicked in the balls regularly. You should also honestly make sure that your insurance is up to snuff, because that $1 million catastrophic rider that you have, turns out that fire isn't a catastrophe. You need your own policy. You need a fire policy for fire. Have I mentioned scumbags? Yeah, scumbags. So have a fire extinguisher. Have a radio that works, that's charged, that you know how to use. If you have little kids, have diapers around and little kid stuff, diapers, wipes, that kind of thing. Toilet paper? Yeah, people, toilet paper. I know that the name Georgia Pacific is difficult to understand, but it's in Georgia. The United States version, not the former Soviet bloc version. We have trees here. We turn those trees into paper. Some of that paper is used to wipe stuff off of your butt. But go ahead, get some toilet paper. It's a good idea. Any feminine hygiene products that you might need, good time to stock up on them. Pet food and litter. If you have fur babies, then get all the things you need for your fur babies. Now, trash bags, good idea to have them. Flashlights, batteries for said flashlights. Can openers. Cash, if you can find it. Oh my goodness, do they still have cash? Anything you need for special needs. If you have special needs people in your life, anything, you know better what they're going to need than I do, but just look at what you're using daily, weekly, and just extrapolate that forward for the people in your life that have special needs. Entertainment. Yeah, like I know Netflix is cool. I think everybody has already watched everything on Netflix, right? vitamins, minerals, your essential oils, all of those things. Go ahead and stock up on those. And remember, OTC meds, over-the-counter medicines, as well as any prescription medicines you might need. Now, if you have to stay at home for any length of time, again, you should look at having things on hand like hand sanitizer, disinfectants, gloves, masks, asterisk, question mark. If something ridiculous happens, we go into like a severe pandemic, who are you going to save, man? Who are you going to save? I've only got enough meds for 3 people, and there's 4 of us. Sorry, Todd. You're done for. Remember this whole flatten the curve thing? Healthcare professionals getting overwhelmed? It's funny, we've talked about that before at this channel, and then it happened. I would really like to go back to being the crazy prepper guy. I don't like this whole being a prophet thing. Not curious in that. I want to be the crazy prepper guy. I want the world to move along blissfully like a bunch of sheeple being fed into a cattle car, rather than having actual, end of the world as we know it. But I digress. Overwhelmed healthcare professionals. Yeah. You were the first responder. Remember that. What can you do for your people? Think on it. Obviously, avoid public areas, work, school, shopping, and you should have a point of contact and or a rally point if you or your people get separated, and practice basic sanitation. It's easy, man. Wash your hands. If you're around infected people, consider wearing a mask. I'm gonna not be around infected people. Wear gloves. Research minor quarantine. Like for yourself, cover your cough. Don't touch your face. Don't stick fingers in your mucous membranes. Really basic things. I just wanted to do a quick overview of Pandemic 2.0, because it is the end of the world as we know it. And I guess I feel mostly fine. I mean, I thought SHTF would be more explodey, honestly. I thought there'd be like more. Not so much. I mean, I did hear one giant explosion. It turned out that was the economy crashing. But, other than that, it's been kind of quiet. Do the things, people. Do the things. Go watch the Prepper Classroom. If you're new to this, I mean, honestly, if you're new to this, you don't know. I'm brand new. What do I do? Go to the Prepper Classroom. Check it out. It's a free playlist here on YouTube. And shout out to the patrons. You'll see a little baby bear at the end of each video. If you'd like to support the show, $1 or more per month, click on the baby bear. That'll take you over to Patreon. Anywhere between 30 and 100 exclusive pieces of content like this, but better, over at Patreon each month. So appreciate y'all. Try not to get the itis. It's rough out there, people. It's rough out there. Shaloha.